All right, we're going to take a look at the Puff Daddy situation right now, and I'm sure this is going to be pretty messed up. But what I want to look at is whether or not his whole deal was connected to the deep state. So let's just see what we get here. And our root card is the Hanged Man. And the main card is the Devil reversed. All right, I'm just going to look at either side of the Devil to see what other energies are showing up here. Um, okay, so the Hanged Man at the root. So the Hanged Man is like bound somehow. It's interesting how both the Hanged Man and the Devil here are upside down, even though the Hanged Man is not reversed, you know. Okay. So, I mean, honestly, what I'm getting out of this, just as I look at these two cards, the Hanged Man is suggesting ritual to me, and the Devil reversed is I think the reason that it's upside down is because it literally is like looking into a different reality or a different dimension. So initially, I was trying to find out about deep state, but this is more like um, something else. Well, I shouldn't even say that because there might be no separation between the deep state and whatever this devil energy is, right? So let's just fill in the blanks of what's happening around. Now, the question, so the request came in off of Patreon. And the question was whether or not he was doing like the pedophile thing like Jeffrey Epstein. Looking at these two, there nothing is off the table here, right? So if there are allegations of there being like a pedophile trafficking thing going on, I'm pretty sure that that is true. Now, let's just see what else we get. So, leading up or on one side of this reverse devil is a reverse Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is like trying to escape some sort of like a disaster, but here the soldier in the card is trying to leave the burning city. And they're just like, fuck this, I'm getting out of here and I'm going anywhere else. And it's releasing yourself mentally from some sort of conflict. Now, when this thing is upside down, there's no way to do that. Like, even if you try to leave, you can't. So, it would show there being basically Puff Daddy being connected to something that was impossible to escape. And honestly, I'm thinking that the Hanged Man is showing some sort of ritual thing, like a ritual bondage thing or something like that. And okay, the reverse devil. Now, the devil itself would show obsession and possession. The fact that this thing is reversed is kind of why I'm moving toward the more, I guess the word is demonic or whatever. Um, some other sort of probably spiritual creepy shit, right? And on the other side of that, we have the 10 of Cups, which is the happy reunited family. Now, I'm thinking that this is probably just showing family connection to all of this stuff that's happening. Now, this doesn't necessarily answer the question as to whether or not it was connected to the deep state, because if there was all of these shenanigans that were going on, and from the sounds of it, there were a lot, if there is video evidence of people doing things that are massively embarrassing and or massively illegal, that's the kind of shit that the deep state is a big fan of, right? And the, like Epstein was an extension of the deep state. And the question that I have is this the same? Is this also an extension of the deep state? So here I'm just going to look at a yes or no, like, is that the case? And we get the Lovers. So, I mean, yes, but here's the thing about the Lovers. There are two separate entities in the Lovers, and they're both committing to the same thing. Now, that would show that whatever it was that he was working with wasn't necessarily the same thing as the deep state, but it looks like they have the same goals. So they would have been working together, or part of I mean, they had combined or something like that. But they wouldn't naturally be the same thing. Now, I guess let's look more into this devil energy to see what else can sort of describe it. And we get the Seven of Pentacles. That's doubly interesting because, number one, this card literally shows a witch practicing witchcraft, but we also have the blood that's being drawn from the tree. This will go immediately into more of this sort of ritual demonic shit. Now, here's my question. To what degree is the music industry, or are the record companies connected to this same, like, devil energy? Because this might be Illuminati, right? Illuminati and deep state might not be the same thing, but they might have some of the same goals. Okay. Reversed Ace of Cups. Once again, we have this Seven of Pentacles on the bottom. I just want to see what... Oh, we got two of them. And here the question is about the music industry in general, like the record companies. Are they intricately tied in with this sort of fucking demonic energy? And I guess, honestly, the reversed Ace of Cups, as far as a yes or no, is a no. And then we have the Chariot here, and the Chariot is moving toward this Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is about pressure to perform, pressure to do something that you might not be ready to do. And I think that's probably where the record company energy is. It's not necessarily this demonic thing, but it kind of would work the same way, where, you know, they need you in their pockets, so you will do whatever the fuck they say, right? Then we also have the Seven of Pentacles showing up on the bottom, and this is also some sort of ritual deal, but it looks like it's not exactly the same as whatever it is that Puffy was connected to. That's interesting. But between whatever he was doing and the record companies and the deep state, it looks like they all kind of do the same thing and have the same goals. Okay. Collect these real quick. So, boy, what do I ask here? I guess, what haven't I asked about this whole situation that would be helpful to know? Fascinating. So we have a Queen of Pentacles, and on the bottom at the time was this Nine of Wands. Now I'm going to pull one more on this Queen of Pentacles, and we get a Knight of Cups. Well, okay, with these two, there are a number of people, much different types of energies that are associated with this. But this queen, the queen is like trying to take care of her children. So somewhere in this whole mess is someone who is literally trying to take care of their children. Now, this Knight of Cups, this is a spiritual seeker, and the Nine of Wands is basically showing someone who's really having their faith tested. I'm going to pull one more on this Queen because I want to see if this is some woman figure, or if this is just the energy of trying to take care of somebody's children. And we get the Moon. Okay. Well, the Moon is about manipulation. So I guess if there is some sort of feminine figure in all of this, trying to take care of their kids, I mean, the Moon is just showing that all around this situation are people that are being manipulated. And also in the Moon, the figures are clothed. And I'm going to show you the Sun because it's the best way to show this energy. So in the Sun, the figures are naked. The Sun is about shameless truth, being exactly who you really are. And they're shown as naked because they're hiding nothing. Here in the Moon, the figures are clothed because they're hiding their truth. They're trying to blend in and fit in with what everyone else is doing. Now, I can't imagine a better way to describe the fucking modern record industry than this, right? But I'm going to put that back out there because when I pulled it away, it just didn't seem right. But anyway, all around this situation, there seem to be massive manipulations, and it looks like none of the people that are connected to the record industry on that level are this way. They're like not allowed to be who they really are. They're puppets on a string. I guess the other question that I have is just a yes or no, like, will he be convicted and or arrested on this? And the reverse Tower, damn. Well, so I'm just going to take that as a probably yes, right? Probably he will be convicted or whatever. But what really happens in the Tower is some sort of structure gets exploded. It like gets ripped away. And when the Tower is reversed, it's like once the thing is gone, the people don't take their freedom from it anymore. And there's one silver lining in the Tower, and it's once the Tower is blown up and you go through all of the traumatic experience of this, then you can take your freedom from the Tower because the Tower is a prison. And when this thing is reversed, you can't even do that, right? It's like the Tower gets blown up and you just have to stay there. But I'm taking that just because it's so traumatic, as he probably will be. And even if he isn't convicted, it looks like there are bad things coming for Mr. Puff. I guess let me know if you have any other angles you want me to look at this from. But I was really, really interested in the potential connection with the deep state. And here it looks like there is kind of, but it's more like they just have the same hobbies, you know? And it's like, oh, hey, I'm going to Kentucky. Hey, I'm going to Kentucky too. Why don't we ride together? It's like one of those deals or something. So that's what we have for now. Peace.